Ended up in some back room where no one knew my name. I drifted and I drifted, ended up in Spokane, in a one-room place above a bar called the Grand. You know I never called my parents, I called my brother, drunk too many times, until he finally wouldn't answer the phone. All worried and uncertain, I ran myself down, ended up selling most of my things. Oh, I drifted and I drifted, ended up in Wyoming. But I got so broke I sold my car. Oh, I broke your back, so I'll break mine 50 times the same. And I hope you're holding up all right, and that you've forgotten my name. From Walla Walla to Stockton, from Yuma to Bullhead City, I get by all right, but I will cut every tie that gets close to me. I'll pay for all my mistakes, I'll pay for them, you'll see. The only back I'll break is mine, 100 ways, 100 times. For all those nights I was drunk and left you stranded and capsized, oh, capsized. I did, like I was telling Gideon, I wrote songs from when I was a little kid, and every time I thought I wrote a good one, it turned out somebody had written the same song but only better. And when I was 27 or 26, I wrote this song. It's called 1968, and it's about my uncle. And for years, from say 20 to 25, I used to hang out on the Truckee River in my town in this one field and go fishing or just hanging out there. And it turned out, when I told my dad that I'd spent a lot of time, this was my favorite area on the river, he said that's where his brother died. And his brother died in a hunting accident in that field. And I was named after him. And it's just a weird thing to think about, hanging out in some place you love so much and thinking that your uncle had died there. So this was a song that I wrote for him, and one of my favorite memories is that my two uncles sat in the car and got drunk and listened to this song, and they actually liked it. In the fields alongside the Truckee River, and a kid trips and he falls on his gun by a White House, Washoe County, lays bleeding in a brown corduroy coat. 1968 was blurred in a haze of disbelief. He was an 18-year-old kid. Well, I know I'm a sad sack, and this next song I wrote. The weird thing about doing this tour and talking about this book is it makes me think of all the years I was driving around in a band. And people that aren't in bands, like, I gave this book to Craig Finn of the Hold Steady, and he read it, and he was the first guy that said, Jesus, man, he had a pretty good run. He had a couple women that loved him, and he wrote some songs and had a couple brushes with success. Everybody else says, Jesus, it's so grim, it's so grim. And so, I guess there's certain guys that want to be in bands, like low-level bands, and I guess I was one of them, because like the hijinks of the hell-raising aspect of Richmond Fontaine was so much fun. And I remember this one night, we were staying at this guy's house, and we played the gig, and we were having like a knockdown, drag-out party, just the guys in the band and the guy that lived at this house. And I told the guys, I was like, look, man, I gotta take tonight off. I'm trying to be good. And I locked myself in this room at this guy's house. And you gotta remember, every guy we stayed with was a complete fucking maniac, because they were the only guys that would let you stay at their house. And so it's like 2 a.m, and they found this old motorcycle in a shed. And they're trying, because one of the guys in my band is like a mechanic. And his idea was, we'll get this motorcycle going, and then they'll go drive around all night. And anyway, so I'm in there working on this song I'm about ready to play. And I remember them, every time they went to the toilet, they would bang on the door because it was next to the bathroom. And they'd go, come on, man, come on out and hang out with us. And I swear it was like being in love. It was like, man, those guys actually want to hang out with me. And so that was fun, and the fucking madness was funnier than hell, and I loved the craziness, and then that I had a locked door and I didn't have to do it that night. And then they caught the motorcycle on fire, and I look out the window and there's flames, and this motorcycle was fucking inflaming and almost like burned the guy's house down. And while all this was happening, I wrote this song. Well, I fucked up again. Well, I barely know where I am. And I'm sorry I ain't called you in days. Maybe I'll never get over West hospital. Now I don't even have the money to get home. I'm lost in this world, lost in this world. I'm lost in this world. Oh, maybe it's my skin. It's always too thin. Maybe it's my heart that always caves in. But I fucked up again. I barely know who I am. And I'm sorry for all the things I haven't done. I'm just lost setting a motorcycle on fire. So this is a song called Kid Codeine, and it was inspired. We played this bar in Los Angeles, and I'm not exaggerating anything I'm about to say. So there's 7 people watching us, and the sound person, like where Luke is right there, but it was a kind of a walled off kind of like projection room, and the sound person, the woman's literally having sex with her boyfriend. You can watch them having sex while we're playing, and of course the sound's fucking horrible on stage. And then this guy keeps jumping up on stage, yelling, "I'm a hawk, I'm a hawk." And then he'd jump down and dance around, and then he'd jump up on stage and say, "I'm a hawk." It was just one of those weird nights in downtown Los Angeles. And then we finished the gig, and the crazy thing, which is the miracle when you're in a small-time band, is the bartender, she loved us. She thought we were coolest, and she was very like a 1950s sleek kind of retro gal. And she goes, "I'm getting off right now and I want to take you to my favorite bar." And we go, "Okay." So she takes us to this really, really sketchy strip bar where a friend is dancing. And we sit at this big table, and she has a boyfriend she's probably 40, and her boyfriend had to be 20. And he didn't say, it was like he was a mute. It was like, literally like she had him on a chain. And then the woman, her friend, while she was dancing naked, passed out on our table. And as she fell, the woman grabbed her drink and her boyfriend's drink, and the woman just crushed all our drinks. And then she gets up and she goes, "Well, I'm out of here, boys." And she says, "Bet the number 5 horse on the 6th race tomorrow at Hollywood Park, it'll win." And then she disappears. So the next morning I bet that horse, I bet like $50 on that horse, and of course it came in 8th. But anyway, this is the song about that. People call her Kid Codeine, hair in a perfect bouffant just to walk down the street. Her boyfriend was a boxer, he named her Kid Codeine, 'cause nothing ever makes her mad. She's always cool and easy. Hey, Kid Codeine, I'm always pissed off, always about to lose my mind, always about to blow my top. Hey, Kid Codeine, Kid Codeine, Kid Codeine, can you help me? People call her Kid Codeine, owns a lounge on Lombard Street. She stuck by her boxer even when he went punch drunk and broke. Her just buying milk. She wears a full-length fake fur coat. Hey, Kid Codeine, well, I'm always pissed off, always about to open a bottle, always about to blow my top. Hey, Kid Codeine, I get so mad I know madness is waiting for me. And I get bluer than blue, and the darkness comes for me too. Hey, So I think it was 8 months, almost a year, writing Amy Boone songs, so she would take a chance on being in the Delines. And this was and then I started sending her songs little by little, and this was the first one I sent her. Just hoping she would be dumb enough to join up with me. Golden light from the oil rigs at night, I can hear them from the coast. 23 more days, he'll be away, and it'll be a week before he even knows. We've been friends since we were little kids. Any spark blew out, if it ever did exist. Gulf storms and alarms go, I'll be 1,000 miles away, or he'll fall apart. But at least they'll never know that I've been living a life, half my life or more. And even when a sister or mom would stop by, oh, I feel like I was cutting them while being cut by a knife. To live without their love is easier than lying to him. If I end up in Atlanta, broken in some single room, or at a register at some dollar store, well, at least I won't be cursed. I see in the golden light from the oil rigs at night, never once dreaming my man was home. I'm not saying he's not a good man, I'm just so tired of living my life alive. I've covered up my heart for so many years, don't even know if it survived. From the oil rigs at night, can see them from the coast, but I can't see them from the coast. It was getting dark in the sea of trees. Everyone was tripping except me. Amber couldn't quit talking, 'cause she was on speed. Kevin was listening to a mixtape of Judas Priest. Crystal couldn't stop laughing and took off her clothes. We were all pretty fucked up, we were all pretty wrecked, oh yeah. Oh, Crystal was laughing, and then she worked screamed her name until my voice broke. I screamed her name until my voice broke. I screamed her name until my voice broke, but she was gone. Couldn't find the logging road. Couldn't remember how far, man, we couldn't find the car. The night came, it began to rain. Tried to start a fire, but the lighter ran out and Amber went insane. Kevin told her, he said, "Shut the fuck up, Amber." Amber started crying. She said we're all gonna die. She said we're all gonna die. I screamed Crystal till my voice broke. I screamed Crystal till my voice broke. Things really fell apart then. Oh, things, they really fell apart. I screamed her name until my voice broke. I screamed her name until my voice broke. I screamed Crystal till my voice broke, and she was gone. Well, I'd really like to thank Faber and Faber for being crazy enough and brave enough to believe in me all these years. It's a stroke of luck or bad judgment on their part, and I'll take it, of course. And I'm going to send this song out to them and Josh, who is one of the coolest guys at Faber. And this is a song in the book. There's a band that Al's in. When the casino band era falls apart, he joins a kind of a cowpunk band and called the Sanchez Brothers. And one of the songs in that band is called Maryanne's in the Mental Ward. And I just wrote this one, and I apologize if I screw it up. Maryanne's in the mental ward, looking out at Glendale, she don't sleep no more. Shaky hands and shaky eyes, so full of pills that she can't cry. Well, Maryanne is in the mental ward. I don't know what to do, she ain't gonna get out anytime soon. Tried to hang herself with an extension cord at her mom's where she ain't allowed no more. Well, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. The grass is frozen and the building old, and it smells inside and I don't wanna go there no more. She don't look the same, and she don't act the same, and she can barely remember my name. Maryanne shuffling the floor, staring at a TV like she don't wanna live no more. And there's bars on the windows and bars on the door. Maryanne no more. But she's my favorite one. She's my favorite one. I love her so bad, but she's all undone. I wanna get her out, but she's all undone. So I had a request for this song, and I haven't played this song in years, and I was practicing it today, and it made me remember why I wrote this one. It's called Contrails, and I used to go to police auctions. You know, when police impound cars, they take to this huge lot, and the guys that don't pay their fines, that after a while they just auction the cars off. And the thing that's really crazy is the guys that run that auction lot. Now I know they go through it and steal everything that's worth anything out of the cars, but you got to remember, most things aren't worth anything inside somebody's car, and so it's like doing a dig. You can learn so much about people by looking in their cars, and so me and my buddy we'd each have a little pint of whiskey, and we'd just look in people's cars, and you could tell like how somebody lives. Like some people would have, well, for instance, tons of like vodka bottles under the seat and a baby chair in the back. Some people would have a bunch of clothes. One car we found 4 vibrators. Yeah, exactly, like Jesus Christ. You would find clothes, you'd find men's clothes, women's clothes, you'd find a bag full of women's underwear. And so you just look through all these cars, and eventually I would buy I had a problem with these old muscle cars I would buy. But one time we were in this car, and my buddy found a big bottle of painkillers, and he just started taking them, because that's the way my buddy was. And later that night, Richmond Fontaine had a gig, and some of the guys in the band were doing cocaine all night. And so the next morning I wrote this song. And you'll know why I mixed those 3, whiskey, painkillers, and speed. Maybe you're dressed in your blue oyster cult t-shirt. Maybe you're crumbling somewhere with a beer in your hand. Or maybe you're just laying back in a lawn chair somewhere, watching contrails disappear from the sky. Lose my mind, but still have it caught somehow suspended in the constant thought of you. Maybe you're alone in the house, lying next to 100 others. The streets are running parallel lines. 2 stories of brick, all covered in white trim. surrounded by ivy and grass. Or maybe you're just living in an apartment somewhere, like myself, you're slowly losing your fucking mind. Oh, you're mine. Oh, whiskey, painkillers, speed will carry me there. Oh, 'cause it could be, 'cause it could be, 'cause it could be that I could lose my sight, but still have it caught somehow suspended in a constant vision of you.